Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallim. In previous video, we has learned on how to evaluate limit by using the numerical method. So today we are going to learn on how to evaluate limit by using the graphical method. So in this method, limit is solved through a graph. So from the graph we can determine the limit, whether it exists or not. So how to know whether the limit is exists or not? We must consider the left side limit and also the right side limit. So if the value exists and is the same value, which is equals to L, then the limit is exists. So we move to the first example. Okay, evaluate limit 2x as x approaches 1 by using the graphical method. So firstly, we must plot the graph of y equals to 2x, which is the linear equation. Okay, so from the graph, then we will consider the left side limit and also the right side limit. Okay, so as x approaches 1, so 1 is here. Okay, considering the left side limit, we are approaching 1 from the left. Okay, so as x approaches 1, okay, so we can see that limit to x are approaching 2, which is the left side limit okay is equals to 2. Okay, so next consider the right side limit, which is we are approaching x from the right hand side. Okay, so from our graph we can see that it is approaching, okay, it is approaching also 2, which is the right side limit is equals to 2. So since left side limit and the right side limit is equals to 2, sorry, this is some error, should be positive. Okay, since left side limit and right side limit is equals to 2, therefore the limit for the function 2x as x approaches 1 is equals to 2. Alright, so next example, we have a quadratic function. So evaluate limits x plus 2 to the power of 2 as x approaches 1 graphically. Okay, so we must sketch the quadratic function, okay, where y equals to x plus 2 square. Okay, as x approaches 1, okay, so we locate the coordinate of 1. Okay, approaching 1 from the left hand side, we can see that the curve are actually approach 9. Okay, it's approaching 9. So limit x plus 2 square for the left hand side are approaching 9. Okay, so from the right hand side, okay, it is also approaching 9. Okay, x plus 2 square from the right, okay, are also approaching 9. So for the summary, okay, limit from the left hand side x plus 2 square equals to limit for the right hand side, okay, this is also some error, should be positive. Okay, from the right hand side, which is equals to 9, similar. Okay, therefore limit x plus 2 square as x approaches 1 is equals to 9. Okay, last example, a diagram below shows the graph of the function f. So the question is find a limit fx as x approaches 2. Okay, we have negative, which is approaches 2 from the left. Okay, approaches 2 from the left, 2 is here. So just focus on the graph that approaches 2 from the left. which is this curve. So as x approaches 2 from the left, we see that our curve here, our fx curve here approaches 4. Okay. Question B, limit fx, x approaches 2 from the right. Okay, we have positive from the right. So from the right, this is the relevant curve. So we can see that as x approaches 2 from the right, our curve r approaches 2. Okay. Next question, C. So limit of fx as x approaches 2. Okay. So we know that approaching fx, okay, as x approaches 2 from the left is equals to 4, and then approaches 2 from the right is equals to 2. Okay. So our left side limit and the right side limit is not equal. So therefore, our limit for the function fx as x approaches 2 does not exist. Okay, because it is not equal. Alright, so we move to question D. So finding limit of fx as x approaches 4 from the left. Okay, so this is 4 approaching from the left. So this is the relevant curve, okay, relevant line. Okay, as x approaches 4, our fx approaches 1. Okay. Next, E, limit for fx as x approaches 4 from the right. Okay, from the right. So from the right, as we can see, we have no curve. So therefore, the limit for fx from the right, okay, does not exist. Okay, automatically, limit fx as x approaches 4, okay, also does not exist. It is because the left side limit is equals to 1, the right side limit does not exist, which is it is not equal. Therefore, automatically limit fx does not exist. Alright, so next video we'll briefly discuss evaluating the limit by using the analytical method. Okay, so thank you very much for your interest. Assalamualaikum and very good morning.